Hey everybody! Welcome to the fall 2019 semester of geometry here at Southwestern University. I'm super excited about this class and about this semester. I think we're going to have a lot of fun, and I wanted to create a very short video, say 5 or 6 minute video, orienting you to this class and telling you a little bit about the sort of big picture of the class, the global properties, if you will. It's a nice geometry joke for you, as well as some of the local properties of the class. So global being sort of big graded components in the class, local meaning what our day-to-day coursework will look like. Let's get into it. So at the big picture level, these are sort of the major graded components that we'll see in class this semester. We'll have our daily coursework, which will be by far the biggest part of the class, and also sort of the most nuanced. So I'm going to sort of save talking about that until the end. And then we have some homework sets, a final project, and a final exam. The way that these will all be structured and graded, let's start with the homework sets. The homework sets will be due every other week. So these will take place every other week. You know, hand out a list of problems for you to solve. You can work together, solve them, write them up, hand them in, and they'll be graded, much like your typical homework set. Because these are every other week, we won't have that many of them over the course of the semester, probably somewhere between 5 and 7 in the end. And taken together, these will be worth 20% of your grade. All right. Your final project will take place at the end of the semester, and this will be an in-depth project that you, either individually or as a small group of people, will get to work on. This will let you take a deeper dive into some of the material that we will not get a chance to cover in class. So you'll get to look at some really cool advanced geometric things. This final project will have both a either written or created component as well as a presentation component, and that will be at the very end of the semester. And this total, like all of those components added up, will also be worth 20% of your grade. Finally, we'll have a final exam. This will take place as a take-home, open note, open everything final. You can think of it as a souped-up homework set. Right? It will be much like a homework set in that you'll have time to work on it at home. It'll just be a little longer, more cumulative, things like that. And so that will be worth 10% of your grade. So with all of that, right, sort of your homework sets, your final project, and your final exam, that is 50% of your total grade. And that means that we still have 50% of your grade that will be left for our coursework. Right? And so that will be sort of our daily ebb and flow of the class. And let's look at that a little bit and see what that will look like. All right, so daily coursework, right? This class will meet twice a week, and the class will have a certain amount of work that you're being asked to do ahead of each class, as well as the work that we'll be doing in class. So before class, I'm going to ask you to do a number of small things, including watching videos, much like this one, reading our textbook, and then answering a number of short questions about the videos and the reading from the textbook. The idea will be that some of the more mundane aspects of our geometry class, right, like learning some of the technical tools, some of these definitions, I will ask you to do this outside of class before you come into class, because that will get some of the, you know, I don't want to call it boring, but some of the boring stuff out of the way so that in class, we can answer more exciting questions, more interesting questions, and we can do that in a group environment, sort of working together collaboratively to answer these more interesting questions. Additionally, we will answer some of these questions or do some visualization work or some more open-ended exploration using the computer program Mathematica. And you'll notice that we have 2 classrooms reserved for this class. One of them is a more typical classroom. One of them is a computer lab. So we'll have access to Mathematica every day if we wanted. Because we'll be doing some of this more mundane work, I probably shouldn't say mundane, because we'll be doing some more of this basic work outside of class, we can come to class primed with some of this basic knowledge and able to do some of the more challenging, more interesting work in class together. So that is a very brief overview of what our class will look like. This is also our first video. This will be the first of many videos that we'll get the opportunity to see this semester. I'm hoping to make a lot more. I'm recording this in the summer of 2019, so I'm hoping to get an opportunity to make many more of these videos. You'll get the opportunity to watch them in the fall. And I think, you know, both this aspect of the class and then the class as a whole should be tremendous fun. So I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks for taking the time to watch this. And I will see you all in class probably very soon. All right, take care.